Hello friends, welcome to UGC EPG Pathshala. Myself Dr. N.P. Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, SBSE College, University of Delhi. Here I am going to discuss Darcy Law. Water is essential to the life of the earth's surface, either organic or inorganic life. Population growth, urbanization, and expansion of economic activities leads to the increasing demand of water for various uses. There are various uses of water: domestic, industrial, irrigational, hydropower, thermal power, recreational are the major uses of water resources on the earth's surface. Quality and quantity is the major concern of the water. The crisis about the water resources development and the management arises due to rapid growth of population and urbanization. The crisis arises because most of the available water on the earth is not for use without filtration. Quality water problem arises in the initial phase of urbanization in the world. Dijon city of France was facing an acute problem of drinking water due to the mustard pollution during 18th century. Darcy carried out experiments while researching sand filters to fulfill the water demand of the Dijon city. That leads to Darcy law in 1856. Darcy law is a simple proportional relationship between instantaneous discharge rate through a porous medium, the viscosity of the fluid, and the pressure drop over a given distance. Application of Darcy law is to analyze water flow through an aquifer. The flow rate through porous media is proportional to the head loss and inversely proportional to the length of the flow path is known inversely Darcy law. Darcy law is an equation that describes the flow of fluid through a porous medium. The law was formulated by Henry Darcy based on the result of experiment on the flow of water through beds of sand, forming the basic of hydrology, a branch of earth sciences. Groundwater hydrology works is in the natural state. The flow of water through aquifers is depending upon the porosity and permeability of the geological structure. Hydrology. Darcy law along with the equation of conservation of mass is equivalent to the groundwater flow equation, one of the basic relationship of hydrology. Hydrology is the subject of great importance for people and their environment, which treats all phases of Earth's water. Applied application of hydrology are found in such way as the design, operation of hydraulic structure, water supply, wastewater treatment, disposal, irrigation, drainage, hydropower generation, flood control, navigation, erosion, salinity control, pollution, recreational use of water, fish cultivation, and wildlife protection. The role of applied hydrology is to help analyze the problems involved in these tasks and to provide guidance for planning and management of the water resources. About Henry P.G. Darcy. Henry Philibert Gaspard Darcy was a French engineer. He was born on the 10th June 1803 in Dijon, France. He studied at the French School of Brick and Rhodes in Paris. This study was parts of the corps of bridges and roads. He was assigned by the corps to a position in Dijon after completion of graduation. He made important contribution to flow and friction loss in pipe, created an improved pilot tube design, and was the first to postulate the existence of boundary layer in fluid flow. He carried out experiment while researching and filter that leads to Darcy law in 1856. He died unexpectedly on June 3, 1858 from pneumonia during a trip to Paris. Why Darcy was motivated in the field of hydrology? He was in search of fresh and pure water because people of Daejeon city was under stress of contaminated water. It was the cause of motivation in the field of hydrology. He thought that hydrology needs an accurate prediction and quantitative analysis. It requires scientific and mathematical solution. Assignment of Henry Darcy. He was assigned to find out a solution of contaminated water for cleaning. The assignment was to supply pure water to the Daejeon city in the year 1856. Water supply was contaminated by the waste of mustard industry. His law provides an accurate description of the flow of groundwater. It explains hydrogeologic environment. Objectives of Darcy law: cleaning of contaminated groundwater and surface water of Daejeon city. France. Assumptions of Darcy law. The following assumptions of Darcy law: first, the soil is saturated. Second, the flow through soil is laminar. Third, the flow is continuous and steady. Fourth, the total cross-section area of soil mass is considered. Fifth, the 27 degrees C temperature was considered at the time of testing. So, condition of Darcy law: the first, saturated flow and unsaturated flow. Second, steady state and transient flow. Third, flow in aquifers and aqueducts. Fourth, flow in homogeneous and heterogeneous system. Fifth, flow in isotropic or anisotrophic media. Sixth, flow in rocks and granular media. First experiment of Henry Darcy. Figure: Henry Darcy flow rate determined by head loss dH equal to H1 minus H2. He tabulated QAL and H1 minus H2. He calculated Q upon A and H1 minus H2 divided by L. So, QA is an volumetric flow rate per unit surface area and the term specific discharge. Water passes through a sand column with the volumetric flow rate Q. Sand measure at the area of the sand column was known as the length of the sand is the column. Darcy measured the distance between water level in the two Mino outlets during the experiment. Henry Darcy established empirical that the flux of water through a permeable formation is proportional to the distance between top and bottom of the soil column. The constant of proportionality is called the hydraulic conductivity K, where V equal to Q upon A, V equal to delta H and V equal to 1 upon delta L. V equal to minus K into delta H divided by delta L, where Q equal to V A, where A equal to total area and Q equal to minus K into dH upon dL, where Q equal to a specific discharge. Henry Darcy successfully designed 12.7 kilometer of ducts water supply system with surface water to Daejeon City in the age of 25 in 1825. The system was to provide pressurized surface water supply lines. So 28,000 meter pipeline was developed. The observation of Darcy. Henry Darcy was assigned to study public water supply development of Daejeon City of France in 1856. He worked out to improve sand filters for purification of water. He used apparatus to measure water level at both ends and discharge at the rate of flow L3 upon T through a vertical column filled with the sand. Darcy, in search of suitable filtering media, conducted experiments with sand-packed filters. Henry Darcy established empirically that the energy lost delta H in water flowing through a permeable formation is proportional to the length of the sediment column delta L. The constant of proportionality K is called the hydraulic conductivity. The Darcy velocity equal to minus K into delta H divided by delta L, where Q equal to Darcy velocity, where A equal to total area and Q equal to minus K into dH upon dL. Important contributions: flow and friction losses in pipe, designed and created improved pilot tubes. He was the first who postulated the existence of the boundary layer in the fluid flow. What is permeability? Permeability is defined as the property of soil which permit flow of water through it. A soil is highly pervious, water can flow through it easily, that is gravels. In an impervious soil, the permeability is very low and water cannot easily flow through it, that is clay. Rocks are impermeable. Permeability is a very important engineering property of the soil. Our knowledge of permeability is essential for settlement. Yields of wells, seepage through and below the earth, structures, earth pressure, uplift pressure under the hydraulic structure. Factors affecting permeability of soils. The following factors affect the permeability of soils: particles size, proportion of pore fluid, void ratio of soil, shape of particles, structure of soil mass, degree of saturation, observed water, impurity in water. Now we discuss aquifers. Porosity, specific yield, specific retention are the properties of porosity. Potential transferability, storability, types confined, unconfined, hydraulic conductivity, physical law controlling water transport. So, experiment constant head of permeability test. Objects: to determine the coefficient of permeability of a soil specimen by constant head method. Equipments: permeability molds, internal diameter equal to 100 millimeter, effective heights equal to 127.3 millimeter, capacity equal to 1000 millimeter, and complete with all accessories: constant head tank, graduated cylinder, stop water, thermometer, filter paper, vacuum pump, weighting balance 0.1 gram accurately. The test procedure, the measures internal dimension of the mold and apply a little gas grease on the inside to the mold. Second, take approximately 2.5 kg of soil from a thoroughly mixed well soil in the mold. Compact the soil at the required dry density using a suitable compacting device. Third, remove collar and base plate and trim the excess soil level with the top of the mold. Fourth, clean the outside of the mold and find the mass of the soil in the mold. Take a small specimen of the soil in container for the water constant determination. Fifth, saturate the porous stones. Six, place the porous stone on the drainage base and keep a filter paper on the porous stone. 7. Place the mold with soil on the drainage base. 8. Place a filter paper and the porous stone on the top of the specimen. 9. Connect the constant head tank to the drainage cap inlet. 10. Open the stopcock and allow the water downward so that all the air is removed. Then close the stopcock. 11. Open the stopcock and at the same time start the stopwatch and start collecting the water flowing out of the base in a measuring flask for some time intervals. 12. Measure the differences of the head H in level between the constant head tank and the outlet in the base. What is porosity? Porosity is the quality of being porous or full of tiny holes. Liquids go right through things that have porosity. Porosity stems from the Greek word porous for pore, which means passage. Principles of groundwater flow, porosity and effective porosity. Total porosity is the part of the rock that's void space and T equal to Vb divided by Vt, Vt minus Vs divided by Vt, where Vb is the void volume, Vt total volume and the Vs is solid volume. So, void ratio E equal to Vv upon Vs. Primary porosity is the original in rock. Primary porosity is the range from 26% to the 47% in different arrangements and ideal sphere. Secondary porosity, it is in fact fracture or solution porosity. Total porosity, it is an amount of pore space, it does not require pore connection. Effective porosity, it is percentage of interconnected pore space available for groundwater flow. Porosity is one order of magnitude smaller than total porosity. Porosity in sediment and rocks, it is depending on the grain size, particle shape, arrangements and actual values of porosity ranges from 0 and near 0 to more than 60%. The smaller the particle size and the higher the porosity is in the sedimentary rocks. So, Darcy law and flow. Darcy law provides an accurate description of the flow of groundwater in almost all hydrogeological environments. Darcy allows an estimate of the velocity of or flow rate moving within the aquifers, the average time of travel from the head of the aquifers to a point located downstream aquifer. Darcy experiments 1856. flow rate determined by head loss dH equal to H1 minus H2. Henry Darcy established empirical flux of water through a permeable formation is proportional to the distance between top and bottom of the soil column. The constant of proportionality is called the hydraulic conductivity K. V equal to Q upon A, VA equal to V delta H and VA equal to 1 upon delta L. V equal to minus K delta H divided by delta L, and since Q equal to VA where A equal to total area and Q equal to K dH upon dL. So, Darcy seepage velocity. Darcy velocity is a frictious velocity since it's assumed that flow occurs across the entire cross section of the soil sample. Flow actually takes place only through interconnected pore channels. From the continuity equation, Q equal to A into Vd equal to Mb into Vs, where Q equal to flow rate, A equal to total cross sectional area of the material, AV equal to area of void, Vs equal to seepage velocity, Vd equal to Darcy velocity. Therefore, Vs equal to Vd, A divided by AB. Multiplying both sides by the length of the medium L, Vs equal to Vd into AL divided by AVL, where Vd equal to Vt divided by Vv, where Vt equal to total volume, Vv equal to void volume by definition. Vv divided by Vt equal to N, the soil porosity. Thus, Vs equal to Vd upon N. Equation of groundwater flow. Description of groundwater flow is based on Darcy law continuity equation. It describes conservation of fluid's mass during flow through a porous medium, results in a partial differential equation of the flow. Laplace equation, mass in minus mass out equal to change in storage. That's the first equation. Darcy replaced Vx, Vy and Vz with using Kx, Ky and Kz in equation 1. It's become second equation. So, divided constant P and assume Kx equal to Ky equal to Kz equal to K of equation 2. Transmissivity, the amount of water that can be transmitted horizontally through a unit width by the full saturated thickness of the aquifers under a hydraulic gradient of 1, T equal to Bk, T A transmissivity, B equal to saturated thickness, K equal to hydraulic conductivity, multiplier equal to T1 plus T2, that leads to up to Tn. A steady state flow to well Darcy law states that the velocity q in the porous medium is calculated from the head gradient, the change in head per unit length in the direction of flow in a isotropic aquifer and hydraulic conductivity K, where K can be calculated from the transmissivity T and thickness B, K equal to T upon B. Simplifying the assuming K equal to constant in all dimension and assuming that transmissivity T equal to Kb and Q equal to flow rate to well at point X and Y yield. Hydraulic conductivity. K represents a measure of the ability for flow through porous media. There are porous media are gravels, sands, silts, they are having the ranges, clay, the ranges of clay is 10.7 to 10.9 centimeter per second. So, a specific yield and retention. A specific yield SY, the ratio of volume of water that drains from a saturated rock owing to the attraction of gravity to the total volume of the rock. A specific retention. SR, ratio of the volume of water in a rock can retain against gravity drainage to the total volume of the rock, N equal to SY plus SR. SR increases with the decreasing grain size. A specific storage. A specific storage SS equal to amount of water per unit volume stored or expelled owing the compressibility on the mineral skeleton and pore water per unit change in head 1 upon L. S equal to PWG A plus N beta. Alpha equal to compressibility of aqueous skeleton, N equal to porosity, beta equal to compressibility of water. So, here rho W is water density. Solution to groundwater flow equation. Solution for only a few simple problems can be obtained directly. Generally need to apply numerical method to address complex boundary conditions. Transient saturated flow, simplifying by assuming K equal to constant in all dimensions and assuming that S equal to S into SB and that T equal to KB yields. Steady state flow to the well, simplifying by assuming K equal to constant in all dimensions and assuming that transmitted T equal to Kb and Q equal to flow rate to well at point X and Y yield. Examples of Darcy law. A confined aquifer has a source of discharge. K for the aquifer is 50 meter per day and is 0.2. The piezometric head in two wells 1000 meter apart is 55 mm and 50 mm respectively. So, from a column datum the average thickness of the aquifers is 30 meter and the average width of the aquifers is 5 kilometer. So, calculation is the rate of flow through the aquifer first, second the average time of travel from the head of the aquifers to a 0.4 kilometer downstream. Assume no dispersions or diffusion. So, here the solution. Cross section area equal to 30 into 5 into 1000 equal to 50x. Hydraulic gradient equal to 55 minus 50 divided by 1000 equal to 5x. So, rate of flow for K equal to 50 meter per day, Q equal to 50 meter per day and 75 into 10 equal to 37,500 meter per day. So, Darcy velocity V equal to Q upon A equal to 37,000 where equal to 0.25 meter per day. So, seepage velocity Vs equal to V upon N equal to 0.25 divided by 0.2 equal to 1.25 meter per day. Time to travel 4 kilometer downstream, T equal to 4 into 1000 meter divided by 1.25 meter per day, 32,000 day or 8.77 years. So, this example shows that water moves very slowly underground. Example second, confined aquifers where water flows through extremely fine grained material, chlorellite clay. A channel runs almost parallel to a river and they are 20,000 feet apart. The water level in the river is at the elevation of 120 feet and 110 feet in the channel. A previous formation averaging 30 feet thick and with K equal to 0.25 feet per hour joins them. So, determine the rate of seepage or flow from the river to the channel. So, here the confined aquifers of channel and rivers, the detail is given in the question. Now, the solution. Consider a 1 feet length of river and channel Q equal to Ka into H1 minus H2 divided by L, where A equal to 30 into 1 equal to 30, K equal to 0.25 feet per hour, 24 hours per day equal to 6 feet per day. Therefore, the Q equal to 6 into 30 into 120 minus 110 divided by 2000, where and equal to 0.9 meter per day per feet length. So, 0.9 meter per day for each 1 foot length. So, now validity of Darcy law. Darcy law is valid if the flow through solid is laminar. A. The flow of water through soil depends upon the dimension of particles in the grained soil. The dimension of the interstic voids are very small and flow is necessarily laminar. In coarse grained soil, the flow is also laminar. However, in the very coarse grained soil such as gravels, the flow may be turbulent. For flow through soil, the flow is laminar if the Reynolds number is less than unity. As per Allen Hagen, the maximum diameter of the particles for the flow to be laminar to about 0.5 millimeter. It is valid for flow in clay, silts and fine sand, in coarse sand, gravels and boulders. The flow may be turbulent and Darcy law may not be applicable. 4. For Darcy law to be valid, the relationship between velocity and the hydraulic gradient should be linear. In extremely fine grained soils such as colloidal clay, the interstices are very small. The velocity is therefore very small. In such soils, the Darcy law is not valid. Thank you.